We are at the point in the program to do something very special. We get to recognize our champions in the legislature who have been passionate advocates for the disability community in California. Today, I am very honored to present California Senate Pro Tem Toni Atkins with a plaque of recognition for protecting the needs of people with developmental disabilities and championing stability and longevity and civil rights for the disability system. She is the Senate Pro Tem, which means she is the leader of the California State Senate. She has been our champion, and she also has fantastic staff who support her in these efforts to support our community as well. And so I am honored to welcome Senate Pro Tem Toni Atkins and present her with the award for the legislative champion. We'll get the sound turned on in just a second. We'll start this again. While we are doing that, I also want to mention that coming up right after this is our breakout sessions. And that is when we will be able to go into what we're doing, just as a session specifically for Spanish speakers, and then as well for a couple sessions in English, which we're really excited about. I think we may be able to queue up Senate Pro Tem Toni Atkins with her legislative champion.
Public Policy Conference. I'm so glad to drop in virtually, and I'm honored that you have chosen to recognize me with this Legislative Champion Award. Thank you. The truth is that I am the one who should be honoring you. This has been an incredibly trying year for everyone, especially for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families, and of course, dedicated service providers. Despite all of the difficulties the pandemic has presented, your steadfast advocacy for Californians with disabilities continues. When COVID hit and our world shifted online, you joined forces with other intellectual and developmental disability organizations to roll out free virtual resources about alternative services, including online trainings and a digital library with critical information. Now folks can access free webinars about teletherapy, utilize activities to prepare adults to return to work when the time comes, and sign up for peer-to-peer consultations. As always, your clients and their families have been your North Star, guiding your efforts to adapt to this ever-changing situation and reinvent your services. Many of our state's incredible essential service providers have been on the front lines day in and day out, working to maintain the same level of support that their clients need despite the pandemic that rages around us. In my own community, our buses and trolleys have kept moving, thanks in part to the 12 clients and 4 job coaches from the ARC of San Diego, who've been sanitizing the vehicles since March, allowing passengers and operators to ride safely. One thing that has not changed this year is the individual planning that your providers put into their clients' care. Take the story of Noemi, a client at the ARC of San Diego who works at a local grocery store. When the start of the pandemic drove throngs of desperate shoppers to her store, Noemi was overwhelmed with anxiety and scared to show up for her shift. Her job coach, Dahlia, stood by her side, helping her adjust to the intensified situation. And with a bit of time and great support from Dahlia, Noemi eventually grew more comfortable and was able to go to work solo. The services you provide for clients like Noemi were essential before the pandemic and will continue to be essential long after we've passed this difficult time. And that's why I was proud to guard against deep cuts to the IDD system during last year's budget negotiations, and why I fought to make sure that 1.2 million Californians who are elderly, blind, and disabled could receive the $600 stimulus relief check that the legislature passed last month. But our work is far from over. We need to eliminate the sunset language that would reduce rate increases and eliminate the uniform holiday schedule, items I know you and I will continue to discuss in the coming months. As our state continues to tackle the pandemic and to get our economy back on track, know that you have an ally in me. Thank you again for recognizing me with this award. It's an honor to accept it.
What an incredible champion we have in Senate Pro Tem Toni Atkins. She knows our community well. And she mentioned the ARC of San Diego, one of our sponsors. And so I'm going to also bring back the ARC of San Diego quickly to say a quick word.
President and CEO of the ARC of San Diego. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 14th Annual Developmental Disabilities Public Policy Conference. We appreciate this opportunity to share a video about the important work the ARC of San Diego is doing throughout San Diego County. We hope you enjoy learning more about the impact that we are having on individuals with disabilities and their families. Thank you.